Good morning, parents, grandparents, teachers, friends, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to Memorial Gymnasium in the 2018 Columbus North High School graduation ceremony. We are gathered here today to celebrate past accomplishments and moments we have made in these halls, but to also look forward to our future successes. As I look back on my high school experience, one moment I will not soon forget occurred at the Northeast football game this year. I was cheering on our football team from the front row of the student section, decked out in all of the neon clothing I owned. Suddenly, I had a warm, gooey substance dripping down the back of my head. As I looked around, my friends around me had melted cheese splattered on their shirts and shoes. Someone from the top of our student section had thrown their cup of nacho cheese on me. As you can imagine, I was pretty angry, but by the end of the game, I had gotten over it and saw the whole ordeal as funny. Flying nacho cheese, neon clothing, football games. I wanted to share these personal memories with you to remind you that this is high school, and these things happen, but let's just hope not during this ceremony. Life is full of moments. These moments could be funny, like the one I mentioned. They could be sad, that bring you to tears. They could be exhilarating, that make you a little nervous, like how I feel right now. Some are significant and will last a lifetime, but others are fleeting and can be gone in a minute. High school is no different. In the past year, we have all experienced so many things together here at Columbus North. For example, we are the class that may witness peace between North and South Korea for the first time in 70 years. We are the class that stood up for what we believed in and organized a walkout to protest gun violence in schools across the nation. We are the class that first experienced Bodak Yellow and Cardi B. We are the class that almost won the banner for having one of the best student sections in the state during our Bulldog football games. We are the class that was the first to observe Mr. Baker's new leadership and eagerness in leading our choir department. Sing louder! We are the class that survived the first e-learning days ever. Good luck with those next year. But most importantly, we are the class of 2018. As you go out today and enjoy all the food, family, and companionship at various graduation parties, I challenge you to reminisce on all of the moments that made high school something to remember. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate our moments.
Hello. As my time as student body president comes to an end, it's only natural to begin reminiscing over the past 4 years. If you're anything like me and can't remember anything at all, you may want to take some notes because there will be a test at the end of this. Sometime during my freshman year, I began creating a photo album of my high school years. It's a time capsule, or a visual record of my life as a teenager. The good and the bad, the happy and the sad, the serious and the silly. There are photos of me and my friends trying to feed a turtle a goldfish cracker at our cross-country team camp. Photos of my buddy Ijong and I holding matching unicorn pillow pets on the bus ride to the state tournament. She is going to Harvard, by the way, just so you all know. And then, of course, photos of my amazing family huddled around my sister and her husband moments after my nephew Theo was born. So far, I've printed about 570 pictures, and I'm not done. If each picture costs 29 cents, doesn't take a Vamshi Balanaga or a Giannis Anderson to realize that I've spent a small fortune. To put it in terms we can all understand, that's about 31 Zwan's lunch orders, so just keep that in mind. Trust me, I wouldn't trade that much pizza for just anything. See, my photo album serves as a time capsule. Whenever I want to remember the excitement of the student assembly can drive, I can. And whenever I want to recall the time that the girls' basketball team crushed it at state, I can. The future is daunting. It conflicts with the past, and occasionally makes it difficult for you to remember what has made you the person you are. I encourage each of you, regardless of your plans after leaving this ceremony, to take a moment and think about how you're going to preserve your time. Make your own time capsules. Preserve your own memories. You don't have to fill yours, like mine, with photos. It's yours. Fill it with whatever will help you remember your past. Fill it with books, receipts, ticket stubs, birthday cards, anything that has meaning. It's not the artifacts that matter. Not really. It's the memories that they stand for, the achievements and the heartbreaks. Fill them with friends and with family. Above all, fill them to the brim so that you can look back and be proud of the years that are behind you. So as we, the class of 2018, move on to the bigger and the better of what is to come, keep in mind that what you want to put in your time capsule also depends on what you bring to your experiences. So bring the enthusiasm of the entire Chaos Club while trying to get the banner. Bring the focus of Kieran Hill, one of the most outrageous drum majors in North's history. And maybe bring just a little bit of dedication, like the boys' cross-country team when they ran a mile on the track and drank 1 can of Mountain Dew every lap. I cannot wait to see what you guys store away for later. And now it's time for one last picture for my photo album. So say cheese. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Good morning, and welcome to the graduates, the parents, the siblings that were dragged along, you know who you are, and of course, the random people who just come to these things. When I was given the task of writing this speech, I had very little idea what to do. So I naturally put the whole task aside and decided to play Fortnite to pass my time. And boy, did the time pass. In the end, I ended up writing the speech in a fashion very similar to how many of us did our English and AP assignments the night before, hunched over a laptop. And when I finally got around to writing this speech, the enormity of it all hit me. I was writing something that would be presented to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And with the huge variety of interests, ages, and life ambitions, how should I go about creating a speech that keeps their interest, or at the very least creates a minimal pain and suffering? The secret of it all was to make the right choices. Well, that, and to keep it brief. Choices. They define a person, change them, influence them. They can be the difference between winning and losing. They can push you forward over the edge into the lap of victory or into the plummet of death. Every one of us made the choice to come to Columbus North, and thank God we made the choice, or else we'd be stuck across town in drab-looking graduation gown. I bet you're happy to be here in blue. Throughout our lives, every one of us has faced risky situations. Every one of us can recount some stressful situation that required us to choose, and that choice can make profound differences. For some of us, it is the immigration into this country. I fall into this category. I moved to the US from England mid-grade 10, and I was excited. Not. I had no desire of leaving a place I had called home for an alien land across the pond. Though I could influence the decision of the move, ultimately the choice fell on my parents. And such is the case for many people in many different situations, whether it be work, college, or promotions. Sometimes, on some occasions, we have no real power in making choices that would affect us. We can influence decisions, but often, choices are based on decisions of a higher force that have mostly been our parents for the last 18-ish years. Now, as all of us look into the future, we see an impossible number of choices. We've already made some of the harder ones, like what color gown to wear today. Now we have to make less critical choices, like what to do with our lives. We can sit back and take the backseat in the car of life, or we can get up there and take the steering wheel. Granted, we'll often crash. After all, we are teenage drivers, and you can't expect anything less from us. But after each successive crash, we can choose to learn and ensure that the same crash doesn't happen again. It is harder to choose to be in the driver's seat as it's more work, but that's the only way to direct your life and choose how you want to live it. I mean, realistically, people sitting in the back seat are not going to be able to reach the gas pedal and we're stuck at the start line, so it's really an easy victory. The only things I want you to take from this speech is that A, my name is Sam Lamba, and I'm happy to collect 10+% of all your future earnings as a payment for the profound and immense impact this speech has made in your lives. You can meet me afterwards to discuss the payment method. And more importantly, B, being in the front seat is risky, but at least by being in the front seat, we have the power over our decisions, and that allows us to make strong choices. We gain experiences and eventually could become an expert at making positive choices. All right, with that, I choose to end my speech. Thank you, and congratulations once again, class of 2018.
Hello, and thank you for being here. It's an honor to be standing here, actually taller than most of my fellow graduates for once. We all look quite snazzy today, and I guess that makes up for the rest of the year. And everybody's on time. Wow, these last couple of school weeks, many of us didn't even wake up until 9 most mornings. While commencement etiquette dictates that I say some thanks at the beginning of my speech, such as a thank you to my wonderful parents, family members, friends, and teachers, I thought apologies would be a more appropriate start instead. To the audience, sorry that you have to listen to me ramble on for a few minutes. Most of you aren't here for me, but now you're my captive audience, so sit tight and enjoy the ride. To the band, sorry that you guys have to be here. I appreciate you are sacrificing time that you could have spent on other things at this never-ending graduation ceremony, and required to wear pants nonetheless. How torturous. I'll try not to drag out my speech. And finally, to my kindergarten classmate from all those years ago, sorry for biting you on the bus. I remember, all too vividly, leaning over the seat and sinking my pearly whites into bare, unsuspecting flesh. To you and all my other victims, I express my dearest remorse. See, back in elementary school, I was what some might call a troubled child. I wrote swear words on the foggy bus windows, twisted people's fingers back just for annoying me. I even got a C+ in health. I'm sure you all were there too, either as victims or fellow biters. But everyone knew me as the piddling little brat who fed upon attention, and they figured I was destined to live out the rest of my life that way. No way I would ever grow up and make something of myself. No way any of us would. However, now comes the momentous turning point of the story, the climactic shift in the tale. We proved them wrong. We did grow up. We did challenge ourselves. We did succeed. I personally found that I wanted to do more than people thought I could. I wanted to be the best at school, the best at saxophone, the best at running. And maybe I'm not the best at all those things, but I came pretty darn close. 4 years of injury, and I still lettered every year in track. I play the saxophone well enough to have majored in music. And as for academics, well, I'm here, aren't I? And I stand before you as one of the best, if not the best, promposal experts on the planet. Need someone asked to a school dance, and I will rock their world. More importantly, I bite significantly fewer people than before. Many, if not all of us, have developed some wisdom teeth over the years. At Columbus North, I got the opportunity to prove myself, prove that I wasn't another cliche, and that I could achieve all I wanted and still be a decent human being along the way. That even though I spent most of my time running, practicing saxophone, and doing homework, I could go on mission trips, help some people out, and make some best friends in my high school career. And I was in good company. Just by being here, by persisting through 4 years of one of life's most trying times, we are all proving ourselves. We endured years of social hierarchies, cyberbullying, and immense pressures to succeed, all while juggling academics, work, and extracurriculars. We rose to the challenge to succeed in a rapidly changing world, a world where I can live stream this whole speech just for kicks. Our parents see us as distracted kids enveloped by flashing lights and fancy pocket computers. Well, I think they see differently now. We aren't the immature little kids that bite people on the bus anymore, or whatever you guys did. We're here, we've grown up, we've made it this far. We've proven them wrong, and we will continue to demolish expectations as long as others are setting them. Yet, the battle isn't over. People will continue to underestimate us. They will see us as the generation that always looks down and never forward, the generation that was babied into adulthood, whose parents did everything for them. They will give us every excuse to crawl into a ball and accept defeat. But we have risen to the challenge before, and we will rise again, teeth gnashing out of a broken society. We have left our biting, bratty days behind us, replacing our itty-bitty baby teeth with sharp, determined adult fangs. We are the ones who made it through high school when rates of depression and anxiety were at a record high. We are the ones who are more connected than ever and who use technology to bring change. We are the ones who said enough is enough and stood up against school shootings. We won't settle for the cliches of mediocrity and status quo. We won't fall prey to society's expectations. We will succeed because we are the class of 2018 and we can prove others wrong. Thank you.
Looks like I just found a couple phones. Class of 2018, on behalf of the staff, faculty, and administration of Columbus North High School, and all the students who are participating in this commencement ceremony this morning, we say congratulations. What a fabulous time of life it is for you. Know as you leave Columbus North High School, we love you. We are encouraged by your positive accomplishments while here, and your efforts remind us that good things are to come. Maddie, Kelsey, Sam, and Evan, outstanding remarks, great messages. Let me recap for just a second what you just heard. We've heard, fill your life with great memories, fill them to the brim, and cherish those. We've heard, enjoy the moments, make the best of the choices that you have, and change is possible. Each year as I prepare for graduation, I reflect on the virtues of the graduating class. There are always individuals in the class and accomplishments that they might have. We have some students right now who are not with us because they're representing the school in the state track meet today. But I've always tried, for remarks for today, to look at the class as a collective persona. This year, my thoughts have brought me to this. I've been impressed by your desire to help others. I'm pleased to know that your desire to change the world for good found a place within the hallways in our building. Perhaps my favorite memory of this year was our week of kindness. I've witnessed your caring and your kindness, and I am persuaded that you understand just how powerful that character trait is. My hope is you take that same spirit with you into all your life adventures. Now, as we depart, I have a final thought from me to you. I want like you to ponder at some point down the road. Today you're going to be busy. It's a quote from Stephen Gillette. I've selected this phrase because it reminds me of what I've seen from this class. He said, and I quote, "I expect to pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness I can show to any creature, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, for I shall not pass this way again." End quote. You came here with goals and aspirations, and today you leave standing a little taller, reaching a little further, and being a little better. You've entered Columbus North High School to learn. Having done so, our charge now to you as you go forward is go forward and serve. At this time, I present the Columbus North High School class of 2018 to Dr. Jim Roberts, Superintendent of Schools, and in doing so certify that they have met all the necessary requirements for graduation. Dr. Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Graduates, family members, and staff, it is an honor for me to be able to participate in this celebration, this 146th graduation ceremony for Columbus North High School. Given that I am the last person speaking prior to what we are all here to see, our wonderful graduates accepting their diplomas, I will keep my comments brief and simple as I ask you, our graduates, to be three things. First, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, said that we do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. We need you to change the world. Be imaginative. Number two, Beth Brooke, the Global Vice Chair of Public Policy for EY, known formerly as Ernst & Young, provided a commencement message that stated, "Success is fine, but success is fleeting. Significance is lasting." We hope that you're all very successful, but we need you to have a significant impact on those who love you and who you love, our community, our state, our nation, our world. Be significant. Then lastly, my brother and best friend Dan passed away at the beginning of this school year. Dan was an especially kind man who taught me that there might be nothing more important than being nice to everybody. To everybody. We need you to be supportive and kind to others, to bring the sunshine when others bring the rain. Be nice. Be imaginative, be significant, be nice. Graduates, by the power vested in me by the state of Indiana and our Bartholomew Consolidated School Corporation Board of Trustees, I hereby certify you as graduates of our school system. Congratulations to you. I'm very honored to serve as your superintendent and have the opportunity today to see you walk across this stage, accept your diploma, and begin the next phase of your life as a 2018 graduate of Columbus North High School. Thank you.